Over the next 2 decades, it is crucial that there is a collective endeavor to shift towards regenerative farming practices. Here at Hip Ag in Kapa'a, Hawaii, it's all about regenerative farming and sustainability.
It's so amazing all the different things we can grow here in Hawaii. I've been farming in this neighborhood for 15 years now, and I'm still just amazed by the diversity of fruit, medicines, construction materials that we can grow right from our farm. In '98, this was a dry and windy pasture land. Then we got to buy the farm in 2020, I guess continuing with that tradition of improving the ground, planting more trees, making more gardens.
Transitioning to more regenerative farming practices is crucial for the long-term health of the land, the environment, and the well-being of our people. It all starts with education.
We've done a lot of education with children, either on the farm or in the school gardens. We feel as though the best place to learn, to grow, and to value your food or where it comes from and what we put in our mouths is through engaging with it directly.
These initiatives go directly to the relationship between food and health and touch on how improved nutrition is one of the most powerful tools we have.
After COVID, we're refiguring out our youth education and how we move forward with field trips and supporting Kohala High School Farm in their agricultural program.
We do kind of a couple distinct styles of farming. We do the market gardening, and then we do agroforestry. So agroforestry is a really old style of farming practiced throughout the Polynesian Triangle.
Agroforestry is a key component of regenerative farming practices as it integrates trees and shrubs into agricultural systems, creating a more diverse and resilient landscape.
The cool thing about agroforestry is we can do something called sequential cropping, where we plant out a whole field block and we get really short-term crop. Sweet potatoes in 4 months, our crop after that could be taro in 9 months. Then we start harvesting out our bananas at 12 months and papayas. Then we start getting to harvest out our ashwagandha, our high-value medicinal herbs. We start getting our climax crops, durian, mangosteen at 12 years, maybe 15 years. This is a process of working with nature, not against it, to reforest the planet while we get a lot of benefit for humans.
Conventional or mass farming is a practice of farming that uses heavy soil tillage, intense chemical inputs, and monocultures, a form of agriculture that grows one crop at a time. This style of farming takes up to 98.5% of the industry in the United States. Conventional farming is highly successful due to its extreme product yields. It feeds the world.
Our farmers want to make sure that they are providing for their communities. You look at the Farm Bill per se, and 3/4 of it has to do with food security and feeding the nation.
I've heard that modern day conventional farming, we shouldn't even call it farming, we should refer to it as mining. Because the way their practices, the way they're engaging with the soil, they're actively mining out the minerals in the water and then exporting those minerals and water. If the food that you eat creates a desert on the earth, we have a problem.
Toxic chemicals are so pervasive, its tentacles has infiltrated every aspect of our lives. If you eat a strawberry that's not organic, you might as well be eating a sponge soaked in pesticides.
And would you believe me if I told you that a healthy soil food web produces food that's more nutrient dense?
I mean, we're in the nursery. We start all our plants from seed. Get them up and running, sometimes as big as these tomato plants here, and then we get them planted in our greenhouse or field spaces and grow them. And the mission of HIP is to basically connect people with their food locally.
So we have a Hawaiian makuakane, which is we have a Hawaiian father that had adopted us. When hanai is another word means to feed. So I just said aina and then hanai. So hanai means to feed.
Good job. You want some jelly meat?
Yeah. Aina is that which gives, that which feeds.
In the next 20 years, a universal effort to transition towards regenerative farming practices is imperative. This requires collaboration among farmers, researchers, policymakers, and consumers. The future of agriculture hinges on our ability to adopt sustainable practices that prioritize the health of the land, ecosystems, and communities for generations to come.
Really, I believe small farms are the future of agriculture.